Hello and welcome back to the Beautiful Things channel. So today I realised it's been ages since I did a Poundland haul video for you. I love doing these videos because when I go into Poundland it's normally to pick up one or two things that I know I need, and I always come out with a load of stuff that I either don't necessarily need but quite liked, or things that I see that inspire me to make or do stuff. So today was no different. I went along with little Miss Mac, and obviously she fleeced me for various things that she absolutely had to have, but we also found some really good crafty bargains and lots of bits and pieces that we can use either at home or in my business. So I thought I would share them with you today. It is so random and as always totally varied. Let's go. So I did actually buy a few things in Poundland today that weren't a pound. Now that the shop started to do its Pep & Co clothing range, which is really low cost, nothing in there is a pound, but they do also have shelves of things that are like £2 or £5, but they're still considerably cheaper than they would be in other high street stores. So the first thing that I bought that was a little bit more expensive was from Pep & Co, and it's a pair of long denim shorts. Now I have a craft project in mind for these. I wanted to buy a pair of jeans to do the project with. I had a look in the charity shops, but all the jeans in there were sort of £6 or £7, even second hand. So I thought these were £7 and I am actually likely to wear them once I've done what I want to do with them. The next thing is just something a little bit fun for work. They always sell in the garden section these little wooden windmills. They're really sweet. I've got a couple of them out in my garden, but we've got lovely pots outside BTHQ. Yes!
Can I get an ice cream?
Is the ice cream van here?
Yes! I've not had one for ages.
The ice cream van's here. 1 second. The perils of recording a video on a Sunday afternoon when you're flying solo as a parent. Anyway, I was saying, we've got some lovely pots outside work with geraniums in them that my mum has done, and I thought these would be really cute in the pot. I think one of them might end up staying here though. The next thing I swore I would never buy. When we go on holiday, there's always children with these around the swimming pool, and they drive me nuts because they don't keep it to themselves and their own families. They squirt absolutely everybody else around the pool too. But when they're only £1, these water super soakers are great. They're like pool noodles, but you put them into a bucket of water, pull the handle, fill them up with water, and then squirt the water back out again. I bought 2 of them, one for each child, because they're perfect for at home. We're really lucky where we live. We've got a big green out the front of our house and all the kids play out on there. In fact, that's where they are right now. And so they can have water fights without having to keep coming indoors to fill up their water pistols or leaving water balloons all over the grass. Instead, I can just send them out there with a big bucket of water and they can take these, and it's far more practical. But they are not taking them on holiday with us because I am not going to be that parent and they are not going to be those children. Next up, super boring, but we needed it, Mega Blaster. This is a ginormous roll of kitchen paper. It's twice the size of the normal kitchen paper. We were out, we needed it, it was on the shelf, I bought it. Here's another one of those £5 things, Lenore Unstoppables. Now, Louise Pentland, who I watch on YouTube, is always raving about these and how nice they are. And the other day I went to wash my boxing gloves because they were starting to get a bit sweaty and smelly. I train twice a week with my PT and quite often we do boxing, so I prefer to have my own gloves. I just don't like using other people's gloves that have got other people's germs and sweat and yuck in them. So I've got my own gloves, but they're starting to get a bit grimy, and Tim actually said to me, Lenore Unstoppables are the best thing, put them in with your boxing gloves, and actually put them in the gloves and then put the gloves in the washing machine and they will come out smelling lovely. So that's exactly what I did. They only had one flavour. It says squeeze and sniff. Oh, that's clever. That's really clever. So you can squeeze it and there's like a little hole in the top and it puffs out the smell, so you can smell the smell before you buy. But they only had one, so I didn't have a choice. These ones are called Lavish and they're yellowy. They're really, really lovely actually. Ooh, I'm going to look forward to trying these. The last thing that wasn't a pound was these Lenore tumble dryer sheets. These are £2. Now, I don't have a tumble dryer. I would love a tumble dryer more than anything in the world. But I actually have plans for these in my craft studio, and I will come back to you in another video if what I want to do works. Izzy fleeced me for these. They are printed sheet face masks. No drama llama. They look quite fun, so you can have a silly llama face while you have a bit of a pamper. There's no harm in having these in the cupboard for next time we want a little spa day. I thought they were great fun. They're enriched with coconut oil and aloe vera to help leave your skin soft, smooth and more radiant. And they're coconut scented by Derma V10, I think. So yeah, they just look like quite good fun, and actually they're really cool in the packet, so I'm thinking they could be quite refreshing and relaxing, so we'll give those a go. A few more bits that she stung me for. She loves a bit of colouring and she loves a canvas, and I know she's nearly 8, but she liked this one. It was quite cute, and there's no harm in her colouring that one in. It does come with some little paints in the back, but I suspect she'll use her own craft supplies. Again, if that keeps her occupied for a couple of hours on a Sunday afternoon, who am I to complain about spending 99p? She then asked if she could have a couple of plain canvases. Again, she likes to do these as gifts for people, so if it's Father's Day, which it is soon, or somebody's birthday, she'll do a nice picture for them and then put paints and crayons and felt tips and different kind of mixed media artworks together as gifts for people, and I know they always go down well, so these will go into her craft trolley. I've just realised that my tumble dryer sheets have been in shot the whole time. Never mind. This one is for me. I have lots of gnomes in my back garden. I love them. I don't think this is going to last probably past the summer. It's just a little piece of MDF and it's printed. I don't think that it's actually designed to go in the garden, although it was in the garden section. But as I say, it was just £1. It will look nice in the garden for this summer, and we can take some nice photographs, and yeah, just a bit of fun. All the kids at school have fairy doors apparently, all of them, and so Izzy just had to have one. Again, I love these. They're really cute little ceramic fairy doors, but what they did also have in the pound shop, we didn't buy it, but they did also have lots of little miniature things so that you can make your own fairy gardens. So they had like little wishing wells, they had little benches, little sets of steps, toadstools, and they were all out so that you could just pick and mix all the little bits and pieces, so you could go and get like a big plant pot, fill it with soil and flowers and make your own fairy garden. That would be a really good activity to do one day in the summer holidays, if you were a bit of a loose end and wanted something creative to do just for a few pounds. I then picked up 2 packs of craft sticks, or little thin lollipop sticks. They're very thin ones, these ones. They're a little bit fatter than like coffee stirrers, but not as fat as kind of the big tongue depressors or waxing strips. And I've got plans for these involving the summer holidays to stop my children from saying I'm bored and actually to do some chores. So again, more on that in another video. This was a good one. They sell this in the DIY section. It's 7.5 meters of lining paper for £1. And I can think of so many good uses for this. Firstly, obviously just roll out a big strip, lay it on the floor and give the kids their crayons so they can have a good doodle. If you haven't got a patio or pavement outside your house particularly that you're happy to be drawn on with the pavement chalks, then this is another really good kind of second best thing. You can make your own indoor pavement, especially on a rainy day, if the kids want something to do. From a crafty point of view, this is really good for making patterns out of, not necessarily for dressmaking because it's not that wide, but if you make paper patterns for bags or craft projects, any of the things, for instance, that we do in our So Beautiful Things sewing club, this would be absolutely perfect. So I've got a roll of this. It's just going to go in the craft cart here, and it will be used no doubt throughout the summer by myself and also Izzy. In the hair section, I picked up a packet of sectioning clips. Again, these were, funnily enough, just £1. But these are really useful if you like to make fabric flowers, or if you want to make ribbon flowers or little rosettes. You can stick these on with a glue gun to the back of the rosette, and they make really nice brooches or shoe clips or hair clips. I've got a little class coming up at work. It's a me time moment where people are going to be able to make fabric flowers. So I thought I'd pick up a packet of these and take them in. And then if anyone wants to turn their flower into something, then they can do just that. Once we've done the class, I may well do it as a bit of an online tutorial and pop it on here too. These are just fun. I couldn't pass them by. I'm going to be posting them to 2 friends, and I'm not going to say who. They're just stickers. They're vinyl stickers. They're waterproof and weatherproof. You can put them on any surface. These 2 are cat ones, but there were also a whole rack of different breeds and types of cat and breeds and types of dog. I could have gone crazy because I've got so many friends with various different cats and dogs, and I could have bought them for everybody, that I had to be a little bit restrained. But for instance, this ginger one says, friendly and charming, home-loving, delightful, enjoys lots of tummy tickles. They can have hot tempers when annoyed, which is very true. And the black and white one says, likely to want to rule the house, charming, affectionate, extremely intelligent, loves to be out playing and exploring. Now the ginger and the black and white cats that I know, that is definitely true. So these are going to be posted off to a couple of people that I know as little random acts of kindness. I always buy my hay fever tablets in the pound shop. Funnily enough, just £1. I love these for summer. I've always got them in the freezer. These ones are slush puppy flavoured. So they've got the blue raspberry, cola, strawberry, lemon and lime, which I absolutely love. These are great because if you can see from the picture, you get one big plastic tube and it snaps in the middle. So you can put them in the freezer, but when you've got more than one child, or if your children are bringing their friends round to play, then you've always got plenty of ice poles in the freezer for the summer. I saw these on Emily Norris's channel. She recently did kind of home decor video, I think, but using Poundland bits, and she'd bought some wheelie bin stickers. I've just cleared up our sideway along the side of the house, and I have no idea which wheelie bin is mine. The only way I know which one is mine is because it's the only one that doesn't have a number or any stickers on it. So that's going to change. We're going to go outside in a minute and put these flamingos onto our green bin. This one's a weird one. Again, it won't mean anything to you. Hello. But I've got a big bag of nuts and washers. I have plans for this one. I will show you in a few weeks' time. Should we show them the last 2 things you bought? Yeah? This one I was fleeced for. It's called building tape, and it's basically, if you can see that, self-adhesive Lego strips, so it bends, it's rubbery.
And you can stick it on your walls and your ceiling and stuff.
Stick it on your walls and ceilings and stuff. So you're,
Lego.
Where are you going to put this then? On your dressing table or your desk?
My desk.
On your desk. So it's a good way you can have all your little characters on it. And one of the things I've seen people do with it is they put all their little Lego people on it at the back, and then when they've got charging cables for like their iPad and things like that, they get the little Lego people to hold on to the charging cables so that they don't slide down the back of the cabinet. So you could do that with yours, couldn't you? Brilliant. And then the last thing that we bought, this was also Isabel's, it's just a plastic folder. It says eat, sleep, study, panic, repeat, and it's got all of these clear plastics inside it.
Otherwise my homework will get scrunched.
Otherwise your homework gets scrunched up. They're getting more and more stuff on loose sheets rather than exercise books nowadays, and that they need to take into school to get marked. And some of our friends have got these, so you wanted one, didn't you?
Erin has too cool for school, that is already.
Too cool for school, yeah, but you didn't buy that one because you didn't want to muddle yours up with Erin's, did you? Perfect. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's all of the bits and pieces we bought in Poundland. I will be back in a few weeks' time to show you different videos that I'm doing with some of the bits and pieces that I've purchased today. Do comment down below if there's anything that you've bought in Poundland recently you think that I'd like. Oh, and the other thing, check out their yarn. They've got some really lovely knitting wool in there at the moment. Lots and lots of really nice rainbow coloured stuff, and they've got back in stock that rose gold sparkly yarn that I showed you in a previous video. So thank you for watching. We will see you all again really soon. What do we say?
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.